In August of 2019, excitement was buzzing at Kings Island for the announcement of the all-new B&M Giga Coaster Orion. However, 1 month later in September, Kings Island announced the closure of their aerodynamics mega looper, Vortex, that opened in 1985. This coaster was a little over 30 years old at the time of its closure, and when it opened, it was the world's tallest full-circuit roller coaster. This was the third roller coaster at Kings Island to break the height record at the time of its opening, along with the Beast and Racer, which both were the tallest roller coasters in the world when they opened. This was an incredibly big loss for Kings Island. However, now that this coaster is gone, it's time to look at the future ahead. What's gonna be in this new plot of land? When do I think is it gonna happen? And what do I think it will be? Will it be a roller coaster, or could it be something else? What type of roller coaster will it be? I'll answer all those questions next. Here are the 3 types of things I think could replace Vortex. When, where, and what. For my third possible option, I have a new Forbidden Frontier-like area. For those of you who don't know, Cedar Point opened the all-new Forbidden Frontier family area back in 2019. And Cedar Point and Kings Island are both owned by the exact same company, and they are both top-tier parks in the chain. Which is what leads me to believe that this just could be a prototype to come to some of their other parks. Obviously, their company, Cedar Fair, is losing a lot of money right now. Kings Island was one of only a few parks that got to open this year. In fact, over half of Cedar Fair's parks did not get to open this year, and they're losing tons of money. Plus, all the parks pass holders get to have their pass for 2021 as well. So they're not gaining any money. So this is what leads me to believe that I think that one of the big things they could be focusing on is families. Attracting families to the park will be a great idea because it would bring in more revenue. And plus, they just added a ride, which is big for the thrill seekers, and something family-oriented would definitely be great. Which is what leads me to believe that third could be a new Forbidden Frontier area. Though I do think it'll be a roller coaster that will replace Vortex. So here are my 2 other options. This will be good for the thrill seekers. Let's move on to them. So let's get into some coasters. My second pick for a replacement for Vortex would be a Gerschlauer Infinity Coaster. Gerschlauer is a roller coaster manufacturer. And as you can see here, this is some footage of Hang Time at Knott's Berry Farm. This is a coaster that opened in 2018. This is a Gerschlauer Infinity Coaster that will be at Knott's Berry Farm, another park under ownership of Kings Island's management, Cedar Fair. So that's why it comes to me to believe that Cedar Fair, now that they're working with Gerschlauer again, which is great news, absolutely great news, that they could build something new here. Now I know Hang Time is very compact, and they replaced with Knott's old junky Vekoma Boomerang, which leads me to believe that I also think that this new Gerschlauer mini coaster would be twice as tall, twice as fast, and twice as long as Hang Time at Knott's. Because these coasters are big, loopy, and incredibly photogenic. The general public will definitely love to see this coaster because there'll just be so many loops and it looks like so much track, so long. It's gonna be I feel like everyone will be drawn to this new roller coaster, which is why I think Gerschlauer Infinity Coaster would be my second pick, but not my first. Plus, it is really cheap. It has a price tag of only $15 million, which, yes, roller coasters do cost in the millions. However, Orion costs $30 million, which makes me believe that this coaster, with only being $15 million, $10 to $15 million price tag, it's pretty cheap, and unlike my next coaster, this would definitely be a cheap price for Cedar Fair to buy, which is, again, finally, why I think this would be a great fit for Kings Island. And finally, we've come to my top choice, my prediction for what Kings Island will replace Vortex with. This is a Mach Rise multi-launch coaster. Copperhead Strike is opened at Carowinds, another Cedar Fair park, It opened back up in 2019, and this coaster was pretty popular and very successful for the park. It has some great theming, which Orion definitely did. So that tells me that Cedar Fair is really improving on their theming in the theming category. And then that Copperhead Strike, a mock multi-launch would be a great fit for Kings Island. Copperhead Strike is a bit small and compact, and yes, there would be lots of space left over if they put another Copperhead Strike here. I do not think they will clone this ride. I think they will put it in a custom layout, though I do not think it's going to be very long. Mainly because the one problem is that this coaster is incredibly expensive. Mock Rides makes very expensive coasters, and this coaster costs $30 million, the same cost of Orion. If this is the case, I'm sure we're not going to be seeing this for another probably over 6 years at Kings Island. However, this is my prediction for what I think Kings Island will get. These rides are fun, again, photogenic like the Gershon Infinity coasters. They have fun launches, lots of cool inversions. I think this coaster would be a great next fit for Kings Island. After all, this was Carowinds' next coaster after their Giga Coaster. That's why I think Copperhead Strike a mock rides multi-launch would be great for Kings Island. So guys, that's just my take on what I think will come to Kings Island, but the video is not over yet. When do I think it will happen? I think it varies in its height. If they get that new Forbidden Frontier area, I'd say about maybe 2022, maybe 2023. For the Gershon Infinity Coaster, 2024. For the Mock Rides Multi-Launcher, I'd say 2025 or most likely 2026. I know that would totally stink that Kings Island would add the next coaster 6 years from now, but I'm sure they'll totally get some new additions before then. I think that Kings Island really needs to redo their front entrance, maybe replace Boo Blasters and stuff. All this will be coming in my Kings Island 5-year plan if I own the park video, coming up soon. But anyway, guys, that is just my take on when, what, and I think that's going to come to Kings Island to replace Vortex. Do you think these are worthy replacements? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. And this is the Coaster King. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and also, it's a full moon on Halloween night. This is actually real. So, make sure to subscribe or beware.